And I'm at a auto glass fixing place, a repair place, getting the mirror fixed that I broke 2 weeks ago. So that's my morning. I actually stayed up till 3 last night putting together last week's vlog, so I woke up at 7 and decided to go back to bed. So I got up around 9 or something and then off to here to get the mirror replaced. I'm talking quietly because I'm in a very echoey room inside of the repair building, and I feel very awkward. I feel like I'm alone, but like, you never know. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I have no plans, 0 plans. Although, the other day, I did write down everything I wanted to accomplish in a nice tidy notes app that I downloaded on my phone so I could keep organized, and I organized them by color depending on what type of project they were, so I can look at that later and see if there's anything that I have time to do today. I kind of felt a little bit strange about my parking job when I got here because they were literally going to look at the car, so they were going to notice if I did a horrible job parking. So I made sure I did a decent job parking. I'm horrible at parking, but I came out and he parked it way worse when he brought it back. So I feel a lot better about that. I just noticed how shiny that is. Look how shiny that is. Well, ixnay on the objects prey. I have to run to the dry cleaner and also to Lowe's to get something for Mumsy, and it's already noon. So by the time I get back, I may not have time to get into a major day project, but I'm sure I can find some little ones I still have on the list. To Lowe's! Where in the world am I supposed to find it? I'm so lost. How would you categorize floor cleaner? I don't know. Maybe it's by the floors? Help! I don't want to ask someone. That would require actual human contact. Wait. Oh my goodness, did I literally just stumble upon it? I don't have to talk to nobody, I found it. Boom. That wasn't too hard. I had to say way too many words in the checkout though. He was a little bit talkative. Unfortunately, he noticed my game theory pin, and that started a conversation. Where's my car? Now to the dry cleaners, and Mom said it's hard to spot because they don't have like a big sign. It's just a sign on the door. So I gotta go find out where that is. Well, I can't find it, so I'm gonna have to call Mom. I'm home for now, and while I have the time during the lunch break before I have to head out because I couldn't find the store and Mom has to now go show me where the store is, I'm using this lunchtime to learn some cajon, because now that I have a cajon, naturally I want to know how to play it, and it seems self-explanatory, but there's more to it than might meet the eye. And as I do with anything that I want to learn, I YouTubed it and found a bunch of videos and saved them all to a playlist. So now I have a bunch of videos ranging from beginner to advanced techniques of cajon playing. When I learn something, I learn it well, and I overthink everything. We're on our way to find the place I couldn't find. She says I was supposed to get out and walk the sidewalk, but I didn't see any sidewalk area that led to a place that I couldn't drive to.
That's why you follow my instructions.
But where would I have walked? It's a big parking lot, Mom.
I said to the right.
I went to the right. I went straight directly to the right in the storefront. Found the storefronts, didn't find the store.
Because you didn't get out and walk the sidewalk.
It's not true.
It is true. You told me you did it.
No, it is true that I did not walk the sidewalk. It's not true that I didn't find it because I didn't walk the sidewalk. I didn't find it because I don't have a better reason.
No.
I don't think walking the sidewalk would have helped.
That's why you follow exactly what Mom said. And you will find the cleaners.
Oh, bother. I see
Not
the
those
shopping
over
center.
there,
I
not
see
a
the
car
shopping
wash
center.
over there. This.
I see the shopping center. This is exactly where I drove.
Do you happen to see the sign there that says cleaners?
No.
I just wondered if you saw it. Since
Where?
It's in really big red letters.
I see physical therapy.
You don't see this that says cleaners?
Where?
Right there. Cleaners. Open now.
That was blocked by the truck.
Which is why I said what?
Oh.
What did I tell you you would have to do?
You know what?
Listen, let's think really hard about it. Wait, hold on. What else did I say? Do you remember me saying there's a big empty spot up there? They don't have a sign up yet. But if you find, this place over here, you get out and walk the sidewalk and you'll see the cleaners. So,
Sorry.
I love it when I'm right. Oh, it feels so good. Yes, yes, yes.
So, I'm walking the sidewalk. Oh, bother. Well, at least I got a sucker. So it's 2 o'clock. I have to finish whatever I'm doing by 5:30, so it gives me 3 hours. I'm feeling a little energetic. I might just take on that painting project that I've been procrastinating on for a week.
What do you think?
I'm painting a person hunched over in a dark room with sunshine shining in their face. It might not be a person. It could possibly be an elf or a vampire elf.
Elf doesn't have to be tall. It's pretty short.
Elves are tall,
Elves are tall?
aren't they? Not Santa elves.
Well, see, that's
It's
what
not
I
a
think
Santa
of
elf.
as elves. Well, what other kind of elves are there?
Elven elves with a V.
What are you talking about?
It's elven,
elves?
elvish, elven, elvish, that kind of thing.
Who is elven?
Elvish. It's like Irish. Fantasy elves, not Christmas elves.
I know. I think fantasy elves are little.
No. No. No.
Are you sure?
Okay.
I mean, you're really sure about this?
Mom,
Because
how
this
much fantasy have you read?
This is a really important fact that we need to get clear because I mean it affects our lives.
Ow.
How many movies have you seen that elves are like 9 foot tall?
Technically 6. No, not 9 feet tall. They're just taller than humans, slightly.
They're taller than all the elves are taller than humans.
Well, now that you question me about it, I'm not so sure. That was a weird tangent to our conversation. Tolkien basically created the genre of fantasy. That's not true at all. But he basically solidified all of like what the creatures are and their characteristics and things. And all fantasy after that was just like based off of him.
Are they skinny? Or are they fat?
They're skinny.
Oh, good, because that would totally.
All right, painting done, and basically I went from this to this. Mostly it was a matter of getting rid of the lines. I don't want this to be a line work painting, so I'm slowly just creating edges to fill in for the lines and defining the basic shading. And I'll work on it a lot more tomorrow. Look how big and beefy that hand was. I've decided that the story behind him is that he's a vampire elf, a redheaded vampire elf, and that's why he's cowering and hiding his fangs. I'm still leaving the story mostly open-ended and vague, but that's how it's working out in my mind. He is a vampire elf, a creature I'm not sure anyone else has thought of, especially a redheaded one. I'm doing my part to change the media and to change the way we view redheaded vampires, so they don't have to cower in fear any longer. Alright, well, made some headway. So from this to this, really tightened up some of the shading. If I don't do any more of it today, I'll finish it up tomorrow. You know what I've decided? I've decided I'm just gonna go for a big project today. I tend to like mentally categorize projects by how big they are and also by how many chunks I can split them up into. So like a big project that I also have to do all at once is going to be pushed a little bit later to the list until it can happen upon a day when I have all day to work on it or something. In the case of film projects, it's something like that. Today I'm going to film the video portion of a Rippy the Gator cover, which if you've never heard Rippy the Gator, well actually, if you've never heard Rippy the Gator, wait until mine comes out so you can see that one first. It's just a joyfully morbid song. And with my music videos, I always like to have some sort of visual element that really makes mine stand apart from other covers online. I don't want to just go into like making a regular sit down and play and sing a song or something. If I can, I try to make the video just as interesting as the actual song. And so my gimmick for this one is that it's puppets, because it's sort of like a kid song. It's meant to sound like a kid song, like a puppet show type feel. And I want them to have a green screen, but this guy's green. So I'm taking this blue sheet and hanging that on the wall back there, and that'll be my film locale. This feels secure. trick to a green or blue screen is that you try to not have any shadows, any harsh shadows right behind the character. So I'm lit right now from the window. I need to see if I can come up with some light source from up here so it can come out behind the character and fill the area that has the shadow right now. I have a clip-on light. Where am I gonna plug it in though? That might work. I'm gonna use my guitar stand, the puppet, to not cast a heavy shadow on the background. Hey! Test footage. Wow, 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 wow. Hi. Okay.
I'm invisible. Sorry.
Oh, you can't see it. So, that is my border. That's my frame. Now that I've had to re-record the drum section of the song, I'm finally getting started with the filming. I do not claim to be a good beatboxer. I was not happy with the drums section of the song, so I re-recorded that even though I had to get out all the equipment. It was worth it. I did improve it. I still don't think it's that good, but, you know, it works for a rhythm. That's all I really need. So now we start recording.
A little bit higher. That's where you need to stay.
That's a wrap. I don't think I could have done one more take. My knees were hurting, my back's hurting, my arm is about to fall off. I did not realize how physically strenuous this puppet video was going to be. Those puppeteers don't get enough credit for their arm strength. So now I'm just gonna clean up real quick and then get some lunch, and I'll be back after that and throw the footage onto the editor and see how it came out. Alright, well, I'm feeling a little bit afternoon sluggish, but still energetic enough to throw the footage in and see what I can do with it. So the blue screen worked, sort of. The main issue, though, is with this pelican, because as you can see, the eyeball and its surrounding cloth are the same color as the background. Whoops. So that means I have to go in and manually mask out the part that I don't want affected to follow the eyeballs, so that the puppet has eyeballs. And this is gonna take me the rest of the evening. This literally takes hours to do this entire clip that way. Frame by frame is gonna take forever. Because what I have to do is go in, zoom in really close like this, and then move frame by frame until something like that appears where it doesn't look right. And then I have to click the mask and adjust for the movement. And this pelican, or parakeet, or whatever, moves a lot. So I'd say a maximum of 4 frames before I have to fix something. And it just goes on like that through the entire clip. I'm gonna try to make it faster by using this feature, which tries to like guess at what you're trying to mask out and follows it itself. But that goes off the rails pretty quickly and you have to edit it anyway, so it's still gonna take a while.
Many hours later.
This is just... I've literally gone through 2 Broadway musical soundtracks, and I'm still not finished with this. It's taking forever, it's so tedious. There has to be a faster way, there has to be. I don't know what it could be. The auto mask feature only goes like 3 or 4 frames before it starts getting off and I have to fix it again. And it ends up being faster to just do it myself, but that's so tedious. There's gotta be something I'm missing. Maybe I'm not using the auto mask correctly or something. But this is ridiculous, so just... gotta power through it, and I'll finish editing the rest of it tomorrow. This is the 6th time I am exporting this song. Here's the proof, right here. Because I keep getting into the editing and figuring out that I hear a problem in the song, and feel like I have to go back and fix it. So that's 6 versions of the song, progressively getting better in my opinion. And the edit is getting there. I should be finished with it today. Alright, and now the video is rendering. I'm relatively happy with it. That stupid toucan, the blue screen did not work as well for him as I had wanted or as worked as well with the others. There are specific instances where his beak being so long, when I move it really quickly, it gets motion blur. Maybe it would have been better to shoot at like a higher frame rate, or something, but basically those blur frames have a slight transparency to his yellow beak, so it shows through a little bit of the background, and so that messes with the mask, and on those frames it throws a little bit of the background into the beak and does some annoying things, but I can't fix it now unless I start over. But other than those annoying details, the rest of it looks pretty good, and I'm confident that I have one of the best Rippy the Gator covers on YouTube, because I have searched for Rippy the Gator before on YouTube, and it's actually hard to find a good one, a good video. Maybe if someone goes searching for Rippy the Gator, they'll find mine. Usually for cover videos, that is usually the hope. They're so adorable!
Well, we're filming. Go. You gotta be serious. You want to be in Roar Omega Roar, don't you?
Don't watch me. I need my bandana.
He doesn't want Mama to see as he sees a drunk.
Go, eye patch. Is it good?
No. Now that looks interesting.
You look interesting. It's focused.
Mom. Shh. You gotta go faster than that.
This is harder than I thought it would be. I'm taking huge gulps. Oh my goodness.
You're gonna be a terrible frat boy. You gotta do a belch at the end. That's what they do every time they get drunk.
Insert belch noise here.
It looks bad boy without the tongue. You gotta do it without the tongue.
That was a lot of LaCroix at one time. Just so you have context, Mom brought home from a party these... What did Mom go to?
It was a Bible study at church.
She brought stuff back from the Bible study, and these tiny cups were among the things she brought back, and they were adorable. And I filled them with milk because I'm having cookies, and I wanted milk with my cookies. It looked like shot glasses. Are you a bad girl? What do you have to say for yourself? I woke up this morning to have Mom have to chase after Diamond because she escaped from the backyard and almost got ran over by a trash truck. So I'm going around town applying to whatever delivery jobs I can find, because long story short, the other one didn't work out. I actually got offered the job opportunity, but I turned it down for reasons that I don't want to get into. So I'm just looking for one that fits the bill a little bit more. The only reason I applied to that one and that one only was because I was already going there to pick up pizza one night, and they were advertising that they needed delivery drivers, so I just went ahead and asked for an application then. This time I'm actually going out looking for a job, so I'm gonna go hit a bunch of places and also get some paperwork done at the hospital, which will make more sense to you next week when I explain what it has to do with. I'm not sure I parked in the right place or am going to the correct building to get this paperwork filled out. Also, does anyone know why the speed limit around this hospital is 17 miles per hour? And that's like the surrounding roads that like wind around the building and everything. 17. Is there a reason for that? Just curious if you happen to know. And now I'm hungry. Alright, well, I'm finally getting around to finishing this today. Here's the changes I've made so far, from this to this. I'm really happy with the pants because those wrinkles are just 2 brush strokes. Just 1 brush stroke for the shadow, 1 brush stroke for the highlight. I'm really happy with how quickly I was able to make that look exactly the way I wanted it to. So, switched up the hair to make it look a little bit more segmented into strands. Really just softened up the shading and tightened up some of the edges. And right here I was trying to make the back darker to have it in shadow so that it would stand out against the light background. But then I realized that I was putting sort of a backlight on the back of this arm here and then on the pants. So I wanted to include that on the back, and then my solution was just to darken the whole background to make the back edge really pop out. So at the end of the day, I'm just gonna put in the finished picture. That's all I really have to say about it. I'm gonna put like glow on the eyes and like render it even more, and then when I'm finished up, I'm just gonna put the picture here for you to see it. And that's probably all you really want to hear about this piece anymore, so I'm just gonna move on. Oh, hey guys, I almost forgot to record the last thing for this week, because it is Saturday, and I almost forgot that it was Saturday, so this is the end of the vlog. I felt like a real grown-up this week. Did a lot of grown-up things, from paperwork, applying to jobs, all that sort of stuff. I am an adult, and it's not always a fun time, but next week is going to be very exciting, and I'm not going to waste any more of this week's vlog time explaining why it's going to be exciting. I'm going to save that for next week, so I will see you next week with exciting stuff. Goodbye.